It appears that Dr. Umar has been keeping a low profile ever since that rumored fainting incident. Shortly after, he posted a brief clip on his story, saying, "Don't believe the haters," and then vanished from social media. Too many. That disappearance only fueled the rumors, suggesting he might have actually passed out on stage, or simply overexerted himself during one of his infamous Queen therapy sessions. While everyone has off days, it's not the best look for someone who brands himself as King Kong consciousness. For a man preaching discipline and mental clarity, dabbling in any sort of stimulant or substance feels contradictory. Coffee, sure, a morning cup is fine, but the rest should stay pure, especially for someone claiming spiritual leadership. Recently, however, Dr. Umar has resurfaced, not quite in full force, but enough to remind people he's still around. He appeared at a new speaking event, and what stood out most was the setting. Despite often claiming to travel the nation delivering modern-day TED Talks, and searching for venues that can seat 1,000 to 3,000 Pan-Africans, this latest event took place in a small cabin in the woods, with random decorations and maybe a dozen attendees. So, the question arises, is this really where those donations are going? Because what's being presented doesn't quite match the grand vision he's been selling. But rather than speculate, it's worth taking a closer look. After all, this is the same man who insists he needs a massive facility to spread his message, so let's see what that actually looks like in practice.
So I just wanted to bring light to that, and what would you say to those parents, I guess?
A lot of people think you're that, Dr. Umar.
To that point, and I'm gonna push this back at you a little bit, all of you but the princess, I struggle daily with the fact that I'm so popular with the youth and the college students, right?
The truth is, this man seems to struggle with success itself. He claims he's so popular among the youth, yet nothing about his setup reflects that kind of influence. If Dr. Umar were truly connecting with younger audiences the way he says, he'd probably have an entire facility funded by TikTok live streams by now. But instead, he's out here giving speeches in what looks like a 27-degree cabin in the woods, straight out of a Labujit horror movie. The attendees are bundled up in jackets, huddled around what looks like an old-school heater in the middle of the room. Usually, when people visit someone's home, they take their jackets off, but in this case, keeping them on seems like survival. And this is supposed to be one of his high-profile speaking engagements. The same type of event, he says, requires thousands in donations and first-class travel. At first glance, it almost looks like he's visiting someone's living room for a casual chat, but the more you watch, the clearer it becomes. This isn't someone's home. It's a makeshift meeting place, a small gathering disguised as a major event. And yet, this is what he presents as proof of his movement's growth. Let's continue.
And this is where y'all can help me out, especially your generation. What is the thing I need to do with them to galvanize that energy in a progressive direction that benefits the race?
I'm a music producer.
And when you say you customize tennis shoes, you can turn them into what? What's some of the things you've done with them?
I've done Black Barbie.
There's a lot to unpack here, so let's get into it. What exactly is going on? The man standing next to Dr. Umar looks like he's preparing for a battlefield, not a community lecture. He's armed with what appears to be an AR-15, a Glock, maybe even a SIG. At this point, he might as well have a rocket launcher tucked away too. Seriously, why does Dr. Umar need armed security like this? It's Dr. Umar, not the president. Yet here we are, with someone dressed like G.I. Joe standing guard at what's supposed to be a peaceful event. And then, in the same breath, this security guy starts talking about his sneaker collection, promoting his Instagram, and plugging his clothing brand. Come on, man. Put the gun back in the closet and be serious. When's the last time he even went to the shooting range? 6 months ago. Figures. The whole setup feels less like security and more like a comedy sketch, because honestly, it's hard to tell what's being protected here, Dr. Umar or his ego.
Things you've done with them.
I've done Black Barbie.
It'll be Mondays and Fridays, 7:30 to 8:30. Its location is 211 Providence Road, Chesapeake, Virginia, Suite 13. So that's where we'll be. And then we're also online, AfricanMartialArts.com. We do online lessons. So there's
African martial arts, tap in with the brother.
Talks about the history.
This is the reason why some of us have a cane, versus a staff. And you want to be able to walk on both of your twos and use that third for confidence, not because you was crippled. So a lot of us are facing a lot of situations inside the body that's reflecting on the outside. We've seen Blackbird or Blackbird.
Now, take a look at this scene. These are the so-called holistic healers, the ones who'll tell you that if you break your leg, all you need is a glass of prune juice to rebuild your bones. Forget the hospital. Forget the doctors, just trust the herbs. These are the same people who'll hand you a handful of roots and teas when you're on your last breath. To be fair, there's nothing wrong with natural healing or positivity. There's real value in holistic practices, as long as it's not taken to the extreme. So no disrespect to these brothers, but let's just be honest, the whole setup looks a little wild. One of them even looks like he could have stepped straight out of a witch doctor's tent.
Blackbird? Blackbird. Yeah.
And once I did that, I awakened to my truth, and I had to realize my mom's truth, my grandma's truth isn't mine. So I had to find out what my truth was, right? So I began going into everything with intent. I began changing the way I think, right? Really challenging self.
Areas to just take a sheet home. Just do something colorful instead of being on social media tonight before you go to sleep and pray. So I wanted to let everybody know that I also have some prints made. You can also Instagram me. I'm a poet and percussion player. So yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at the Art of Ebony Diamond.
Curator for the National Library, author and writer of Nation of Islam Frequently Asked Questions under the leadership of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and husband to the most beautiful woman.
All right. Happy anniversary.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
So sweet.
Prince, talk to the people. Your name, where you from, and what you do.
My name is Samir, and I'm from Richmond, and I make drawings, and I'm an artist, I'm a singer, and I'm a rapper, and I make drawings. So today I was drawing, but I wasn't gonna make that much, so
At this point, it's clear what's really going on. This isn't a community gathering. It's a full-on shakedown. The realization hits like a light switch. Dr. Umar is running a setup. Here's how it appears. Everyone in that room seems to have their own hustle. They're thinking, we'll show up, support Dr. Umar, and maybe he'll shine a light on what we do. But the truth is, none of that is going to happen. These people are being sold the illusion of exposure, hoping his Pan-African platform will help them grow. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. None of them are going to take off because of Dr. Umar. If they succeed, it'll be because of their own consistency and effort, not because they showed up to one of his small-town gatherings. What's really happening is simple. They attend, they donate, they support, and Dr. Umar pockets the praise and likely the money. Before heading off to grab a chicken sandwich and catch his next first-class flight out of town. That's the real cycle.
I mean, the whole circle.
Yeah.
Like with the militias, because y'all very important because y'all protect life, right? That's essential function. It's in your face. We here to protect your life. Why isn't there more solidarity amongst the different militias around the country?
It has a lot to do with what he said, but...
And that's likely the real reason the armed security is present. It seems G.I. Joe isn't just there for protection, he's promoting his own business, his security services, and leveraging the event for personal gain. Suddenly, it all makes sense why he's there.
We don't like to come together.
No.
We don't even support each other. So to support each other, to help each other, we gotta figure that part out. You understand what I'm saying? So you can have an organization over here and an organization over here. My belief is this: if my delivery and my gift to y'all, and we all supposed to be in cahoots on the same thing. If I believe in love, peace, prosperity, and abundance for my people, and this organization over here do too, we should be able to come to the table and sit down and communicate what we need to do for our people.
Here you're successful women, right? The problem is, in this conversation we have with y'all
This has been a
women,
nice roundtable talk.
as grassrootsy as you ladies are.
This has turned into a classic roundtable discussion, and that's likely all it will ever be. The situation is disappointing. People are starting to wake up to the reality of what's happening. It feels like 2025, and possibly 2026, could mark the beginning of Dr. Umar's unraveling. The longer the school remains unfinished, the more supporters are going to question his credibility and distance themselves. no matter how many speaking engagements he attends or how polished his presentations appear. The reality of an incomplete project undermines everything he's been promoting. Until that school is completed, all the lofty promises and speeches mean very little.
You're still being influenced to some extent by that class.
It was wooden. It was heavy.
Doll collection. Look at that.
Okay, man, you say wood, you talking about the staff.
Ooh, so cold.
Like itself is wood. Wait a minute. It wasn't the panel.
So cute.
That was easily one of the creepiest things anyone's ever seen. The moment was strange enough to make everyone pause and rewind, just to be sure. It's unsettling, adults interacting with dolls like that. It just doesn't sit right. Sure, kids having dolls makes sense, it's part of childhood. But when grown adults start treating them the same way, it crosses into a territory that feels off. There's something eerie about it that's hard to explain.
Look at that.
Okay, man, you say wood, you talking about the staff.
Ooh, so cold.
Like itself is wood. Wait a minute. It wasn't the panel.
So cute. This is just in August we looked at Dr. Umar doll.
Okay.
That's crazy. Oh my God.
He probably passed out during that TED Talk because someone stuck a needle in his doll, like some kind of twisted voodoo moment. 1 second he's up, the next he just drops. Then as soon as they pull the needle out, he pops back up like, oh, I'm good now. I'm telling you, please, don't make a doll of me. I don't want it. Make an action figure if you have to, but a doll? Nah, I'm good. Anyway, the artist comes up, rapper/painter type, so shout out to him. Someone even called him a rock star, which fits. That was pretty much it though. But I want to move on to another clip, and I've got to shout out Lennon Honor for this one. I don't even know how he finds these clips so fast. Probably pulls them right from the live stream, so shout him out. Go subscribe. Now. This next one. It's Dr. Umar just being weird again. I honestly don't understand him sometimes. He'll be calm one moment, then completely manic the next. It's almost like he believes he's preaching under divine inspiration. Maybe that's the vibe he's going for. But he does this on live streams, at events everywhere. It's strange behavior, and it makes you wonder if he's all there mentally. Anyway, let's check this out.
Peace and Pan-Africanism, It's the Prince. We hanging out with the Nat Turner family, and I'm here with baby Ifa Tunde. Y'all said I had a secret son? And here's my secret son. Oh, yes. Make sure you get your Dr. Umar doll. That's right. You can get it right here. Nat Turnerland, check him out. He almost as tall as I am.
It's like he's trying to act like he's got some kind of divine anointing on him. Like the spirit of Pan-Africanism is just running through his veins. You can almost hear him saying, oh yes, I love my people more than you do. I'm more Pan-African than anyone in this room. But honestly, come on, bro. That performance energy feels so forced. I can't stand it when people act like that. Even as a kid, I could always spot when something wasn't right about people like this. I just didn't know how to explain it. Growing up in the church, I'd see the same type of characters. They'd shout, they'd act spiritual, but something deep down always felt off. I couldn't put it into words back then, but now, as an adult, I realize a lot of them were just pretending. It's a performance. Kids have that natural intuition. Even when you don't understand everything yet, you can sense when something isn't genuine. You just don't have the vocabulary to call it out. You just feel it, something's off. And that's exactly the vibe I get watching Dr. Umar in these moments. You can tell when a person's energy doesn't line up with what they're saying.
Ifa Tunde, you gotta go to freedomculturedollsmuseum.com. freedomculturedollsmuseum.com. You know what? Since I'm live, Sister Ange, talk to him.
Peace and love, soul family. I'm super excited to be here on 11/11 and all this ancestral energy. Here with my husband, here with Dr. Umar, here with our spiritual soul family at the grand opening of our Freedom Culture Dolls Museum. Yes, super hyped, super excited. So thankful to honor Dr. Umar with the reflection of him.
Look at his shoes.
If you're into dolls, by all means, go support those businesses. Honestly, I'm all for supporting the people around that area because many of them seem like independent black business owners doing their thing. But don't support Dr. Umar. If you're the type of person looking for a doll and haven't known where to find one, these local businesses are the way to go. You pay them, and they actually deliver a product. Simple as that. That's real support. That's real exchange. So, shout out to those folks doing legitimate work. But when it comes to Dr. Umar, the advice is clear. Don't give him your money.
Nikes. The same blue jeans. His a little tighter than mine, though. I sag in the back. But you know, how can they reach you, Sister Edge, if they want to dial?
You can go to freedomculturedolls.com.
Freedomculturedolls.com.
And you can get me, and you can get a doll made in the reflection.
You can get a doll made like you. You want your own doll. Yes. Ladies, if you want a Dr. Papa doll, Freedom Culture Home. Freedom Culture Dolls.com. No, museum.
I got two of them.
Okay, Freedom Culture Dolls Museum.com and Freedom Culture Dolls.com. So make sure y'all get y'all that Dr. Umar doll. Y'all feels me? We got one coming out with me and Suki Hana too. It's going to be the couple. I'm joking. Cut it out. I'm joking. All right.
Okay. So here's the situation. Dr. Umar was acting a bit over the top. He brought up Sukiana, the singer, and was joking about making a doll of them together. At first, it seemed like he meant someone else. But no, he really was talking about Sukiana. Now, Sukiana is confident, talented, and not here for any of that attention. She's not giving him any kind of response or validation, and that's the point. Honestly, he just comes across as being overly flirtatious, or, let's say, horny in this moment. The takeaway: Dr. Umar needs to stay in his lane. You can admire people without making things weird, and trying to turn someone into a doll or figurine crosses that line. Sukiana isn't giving him anything, and he needs to respect that, so yeah. This is just another example of his eccentric behavior. It's funny, awkward, and highlights why he often comes across as unfiltered or unrestrained.
Some noise, y'all. This Nat Turner, 194 years. We celebrating Virginia. One love. All right.
This whole thing felt like a fever dream, almost like a scene from a horror movie, and honestly, it was unsettling. The lighting, the setting, everything about that gathering just felt off. Maybe it's Dr. Umar's energy, or maybe it's the way the whole event was organized, but something didn't sit right. Either way, this marks Dr. Umar's return to social media after the recent situation, and it's definitely one of his strangest comebacks yet. At the end of the day, people are starting to see through the act. Whether it's the strange gatherings, the unbuilt school, or the constant drama, Dr. Umar's image just isn't holding up like it used to. Maybe this comeback is his way of regaining control, or maybe it's just another performance. Either way, the audience is watching closely, and this time, it doesn't look like anyone's falling for it. But what do you think? Is Dr. Umar making a real comeback or just doubling down on the same old tricks? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you made it this far, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives just like this one. Until next time, stay sharp, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next video.